Hey guys, Bird Yu-Gi-Oh here. So today I'm finally bringing you my updated Burning Abyss deck, now at full power, and just really fun, and just does exactly what it wants to do. And yeah, this is pure Burning Abyss, with just all the really good Burning Abyss cards with some tech cards thrown in there. So yeah, let's get right into it. Starting off with 3 Graph. It's so nice having him back at 3. If you don't know, when he's sent to the graveyard, you can special summon any Burning Abyss monster from your deck. Crazy. At the time there was a reason he was put down to 1. The deck was just winning everything, but now with all these other newer decks, I feel it was necessary to give this back to us. Same thing with Seer. At the time when it was limited, it needed to be. Now, not so much a problem, but it is very, very good. So if this is sent to the graveyard, you could target a Burning Abyss monster in your graveyard and special summon it. So they combo off really nice together. And then the only other 3 of we're playing for the Burning Abyss monsters is 3 Skarm. So when he's sent to the graveyard, during the end phase, you can add a level 3 Dark Fiend type monster from your deck to your hand. So basically any of your Burning Abyss monsters, and also you can even add Tour Guide, which is a really nice normal summon in the deck. And we are also playing 2 Farfa. At one time, this was a mandatory 3 of, but now that we have Seer and Graph, you can definitely play it at 2. It's a really good card to send to the graveyard during your opponent's turn, if possible, because when it's sent to the graveyard, you can target a monster on the field and banish it until the end phase. So it just gets rid of a problematic monster. And since we are playing such a high Burning Abyss count, I felt 2 Libic was really nice, because when this is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon a level 3 Dark Fiend type monster from your hand, and its effects are negated. So that's important for Burning Abyss, because if these are on the field and you control a monster that is not Burning Abyss, you have to destroy this card. So this allows you to negate that effect, basically, with whatever monster you special summon, so that you could have, cards like Beatrice on the field, and not have to destroy them. So it just allows you to play other monsters. And then the other one-ofs that we're playing for Burning Abyss, 1 Alec. He's another decent one to send on your opponent's turn, because you just target a face-up monster on the field and negate its effects until the end of this turn when he's sent to the grave. Play 1 Barbar. Nice high attack. He's 1700 attack, and when he's sent to the grave, you banish 1, 2, or 3 Burning Abyss monsters in your graveyard, and inflict 300 damage to your opponent for each one that you banish. So potentially inflict 900 burn damage to your opponent. And then the last Burning Abyss monster we're playing is just 1 Calcab. Every deck is playing traps, it seems, nowadays. This just allows you to, when it's sent to the grave, just target a set spell and trap on the field and return it to the hand. So it's good against certain decks that don't, or that want their traps in the grave. So getting them back to the hand is sometimes pretty cool. And then by far best normal summon in the deck is Tour Guide. I guess I should explain as well. If you don't know, Burning Abyss cards, if you control no spell and traps, you can just special summon them for free from your hand. But obviously you won't then be able to get their sent to the graveyard effect off. It's one or the other. So that's just a cool little thing you can do. But yeah, by far the best normal summon for Burning Abyss is Tour Guide from the Underworld. When it's normal summoned, you can just special summon a level 3 Fiend monster, and its effects are negated, so it won't be destroyed, because she's obviously not a Burning Abyss. But yeah, that's just a free 1 card Dante. We'll go over him. And then another actually really good normal summon is Fiendish Rhino Warrior, because you can normal summon him, and Fiend type monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. So that allows you to have him and a Burning Abyss card, and this card won't destroy itself, because again, he's not a Burning Abyss. And then if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can send any Fiend type monster from your deck to your graveyard. So basically he will then send any of these that you need. Really nice. And then also playing 1 Silent Boots and 1 Ancient Cloak. This is definitely not a PK Fire build, so we just need 2 targets for our Rusty Bardich, because that card is just broken in this deck. Really, really good. Just free negates. And then the last of the monsters that we're playing, just 9 hand traps. So 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Effect Veiler, and then the final one, 3 Skullmeister. So not only is it extremely budget, it's also extremely good, especially right now, because everyone's activating effects in the graveyard. And when your opponent activates a effect in their graveyard, you can send this from your hand and negate that effect. So it's a really nice hand trap to have against most meta decks today. And also, it is a dark Fiend type. Unfortunately, it's not a level 3, but this comes up even for another card that we play. So yeah, that is the monsters that we're playing. All really good and all really important, actually. Burning Abyss does allow you to play a lot of hand traps, and it's really nice. For the spells, mostly dark cards, so Allure of Darkness is just free draw power, basically. Really nice. And then since we, especially now, since we have Sir and Graf at 3, you can play Pot of Desires and not give a crap what you banish, because you're playing 3 of all your best cards, so doesn't matter at all. We're also playing a 50 card build, so yeah, Pot of Desires, mandatory. And then this card, Charge into a Dark World, is really cool, especially since, again, we're also playing Skullmeister. But basically, you target a level 4 or lower Fiend monster in your graveyard, special summon it, and then discard a Fiend monster, which, you know, you could, so he's a Fiend, so you can discard him to special summon any Burning Abyss, basically, from your graveyard. And then also get an effect off of that Fiend monster that you discarded. You know, so if you send like a Libic, you'll be able to special summon another one from hand. Just really cool. You know, send a Farfa, you'll be able to banish a card or a monster your opponent controls. So yeah, this is just a really cool kind of tech card that is really fun to play. And it's a newer one, so if you haven't seen it, it did come out in the last major set. And then Foolish Burial, that should seem obvious. All of these cards have effects when they hit the grave, the Burning Abyss cards at least. So, really nice. And then for the traps, playing 3 Fogblade, because you're going to, for the most part, be able to get 2 of them off of Rusty Bardich. So, you know, throwing in a third one is not bad. Also playing 3 Fire Lake of the Burning Abyss. Again, since we have such a high Burning Abyss monster count, this card is crazy good. You just send 2 face-up Burning Abyss monsters you control to the grave, and then target up to 3 cards on the field and destroy those targets. So that can potentially be crazy. And then another really cool card that could even be bumped up to 3 for sure, because it is actually really good against the meta. Fiend Griefing. You just target a monster in your opponent's graveyard, shuffle it into the deck, and then you can send any Fiend type monster from your deck to the graveyard. So you're getting 2 amazing effects off of this one card. Really nice. So that's the main deck. Again, 50 cards. We're playing some really good draw power. It's not a problem at all. And we mill a lot too with our Dantes, which we play 3 of. You know, it's actually, with this version, it's super easy to make 3 Dantes on your opening turn. You don't always need to or want to, but it's possible. And this card just gets your engine going, because you just detach 1 and mill 3 cards. He'll gain 500 attack for each card sent. And then if he's sent to the graveyard, you can target a Burning Abyss card in your graveyard, and add it to your hand. So really good recursion there. So it's not, a bad idea, obviously, to make 3, but there's other cards that you probably would want to make. And Beatrice, we'll play one of her. Hopefully she's back to 2 here in a couple ban lists. I hope so. Really good. You can get her out by just sending a Burning Abyss monster from your hand and then using a Dante. So basically you'll have a Dante, send a Burning Abyss from your hand to the grave, and then make Beatrice. Really nice. And she is good because basically once per turn it's a quick effect. You can detach one and send any card from your deck to the graveyard. And then if this card is destroyed by an opponent's card and sent to your graveyard, you can special summon any Burning Abyss monster from your extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. So you can summon another Dante, Traveler, but you could also summon the Dante Pilgrim, who is a really nice, just free target. You're never going to fusion summon him. You're just going to summon him off of Beatrice, is why he's in here. 2800 attack, cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects, and then during either player's turn, you can just send a Burning Abyss card from your hand to the graveyard and draw one card. And then if he's destroyed, you can send one random card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard. So just really cool. This little engine here. And then for another rank 3 option, Break Sword is really nice. Just target a card you control and one card your opponent controls and destroy them. Simple as that. And then another one that is nice to play is Stone King Darius. He can get past problematic cards. So you can detach one, make this card unable to be destroyed by battle, and then destroy the opponent's monster that battled after damage calculation. So it just, it doesn't target or anything. It just destroys that monster and inflicts 500 damage. So it's a nice one to get by, some problematic monsters, basically. And then for our links, playing 2 Cherubini just requires 2 level 3 monsters. Monsters this card points to cannot be destroyed by card effects. So that's good for, your Burning Abyss monsters. If this card would be destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect, you can send one other card you control to the graveyard instead, which again could potentially get some of those Burning Abyss cards effects off in the grave. And then you can send 1 level 3 monster from your deck to your hand, and then target a Burning Abyss monster on the field that gains attack and defense equal to the attack of that monster. But yeah, he's just really good. You make him, send any card you want to the grave, and just snowballs from there. Gets a lot of effects off. Really nice. And then we're, of course, playing the 1 Rusty Bardich. Super easy to make. You just send a Phantom Knights from your deck to the graveyard and set any Phantom Knights spell and trap. And then, obviously you can, again, just snowball from there. You get some really cool effects off with your Phantom Knight monsters. IP Masquerena, kind of mandatory because you can end a board with, Dante, Beatrice, IP Masquerena, Phantom Knights, Rusty Bardich, all in one turn. Really nice. And then choose interruption on your opponent's turn. Nightmare Cerberus, Phoenix, Unicorn are all just for going second, or IP Masquerena. Then you can make Unicorn on your opponent's turn. Really nice to have, because this deck has no problem going first, or second, really, to be honest. But these just really help you out in breaking boards, so it's nice to have. And then for some OTK potential, Borosaur Dragon I feel is a must. It's super easy to make as well. So that is the deck, guys. It's, again, another just really good deck. Plays a lot of really good hand traps, a lot of really good monsters. Traps are really good. Extra deck is amazing. So yeah, try it out. Hope you guys like it, and we'll catch you on the next one.